Supriya.
Hi, Manavi.
Welcome to Love Heals Cancer and Onco.io. This is a cancer healing journey talk
Thank
where
you.
we invite speakers who have gone through cancer, maybe as patients, caregivers, or survivors who inspire others going through the same journey. This not only helps with the treatment but also motivates and inspires them when they listen to others' journeys. So, thank you so much for giving out your time for this. It's an honor to have you with us. So, could you please start with your journey and share how it all started?
Yeah, first of all, Manvi, I would like to thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And I'm really thankful to God that He has given me strength that I'll be sharing my experience with others so that everybody can be benefited through my journey. Actually, I belong to a place called Meerut in UP, and means I have always been a sports person. I have always been a tomboy since childhood. So always associated with lots of sports, yoga, martial arts, skating. Means I have done most of the things related to sports.
Okay.
So after I wanted to join defense, but being in a small town, you know how the people around you and how the mentality is there. So my father didn't allow me. So I did my interiors. So I became an interior designer. I started working, but I kept a choice in front of my father that I'll marry a defense officer. So finally he agrees to that, and now I'm a naval officer's wife. So one of my dream indirectly came true by
Yeah.
being a naval. And my choice of getting married to a naval officer, defense officer, was only because so that I can play lifelong. That was the only thing in my mind when I actually asked my dad to choose a guy for me who is from a defense.
Mm-hmm.
So luckily, my husband is also like that. He never stopped me by doing anything. I actually kept on continuing my sports hobbies. I can't say it as a career because I we are generally not we generally don't consider sports as a career in India.
Yeah,
It's just
that's
for the
true.
few lucky ones. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept on continue my hobby after marriage also. But then after a few years, I was blessed with a son. So life got busy with all the means relatives, husbands, and kid. Kid actually makes a difference in your life. And one side you are happy, but you are overloaded with the work. And I think that uh, frustration also keeps growing, like when you can't do anything for yourself and you are busy with lot of activities, so that time you become very frustrated, you can't do what you actually love to do. So what happened is, in between I became very short tempered. Means I kept on I mean thinking of lot of things which are not happening around me, which I am not able to do. I'm just thinking about all the negative things in life. Okay, life is so difficult. I'm not getting this. I'm not getting that. And something, and I think because of all those negativity, what I feel is I was getting into depression, too much of depression. Life was good. Life was as I always wanted it to be, but I couldn't see it. So I think because of that and because of depression, overthinking, and all, this disease came to me. What I think so, because
Okay.
I am only responsible for this. Nobody else is. Because See, I told you my husband is, he never tells me do this or do that. He's like, you live your life. And it was my own this thing. If I think today कि what was the reason behind it, it was like कि हम बहुत छोटी छोटी चीजें ना we neglect small happiness, and we just uh, keep on clinging to lot of things which are not there. ये नहीं है, ऐसे नहीं हो रहा है. And I was very like cleanliness freak types. Glass यहाँ क्यों पड़ा है? It's a very small thing. Like
Yeah.
अगर glass यहाँ है, even I can pick up the glass and keep it in the kitchen, or I can ask the maid to pick up the glass and keep it in the kitchen. It's so simple. But that time it was not simple to me. It was like nobody is responsible. Everybody is careless. Even only I have to keep on doing the work. So
Yeah.
it was all I myself covered myself with that negativity. So in 2017 October, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So it was a shock. It was actually a shock, because before that nobody thinks that anything will happen to me. And being a sports person, I hardly used to get ill.
Yeah.
Means twice, once in a year, if I get fever or something, it was a big thing for me. Once in a year, it's very common हो जाता है at times, and वो भी hardly कभी होता था. And this thing, so it was like a shock, a big thing. And it was, my friends were shocked, because they were like कि तेरे को हो सकता है तो किसी को भी हो सकता है, because I used to run 5 kilometers every day. I used to do yoga. I used to go to gym, and I was very systematic. And even in my food habits and all, I was very particular. ये खाना है, ये नहीं खाना है. But because of that, my negativity, I got this.
Yeah. So
So
yeah, you can continue.
So when I came to know, initially it was very difficult for me to accept it. And seriously, I tell you that maybe for a few minutes I have accepted it. Till date, I have not accepted it. It's like, yes, doctor is saying, but I will not accept that I have a cancer. So from then on, I started being positive with myself. I let doctors do their duty, but I keep on telling myself, I am fit. Nothing has happened to me. I have to live for my son, and I have to live my life. So from then, my mindset changed. Then I realized, you see, I am not mortal. I have to die someday, and I cannot die with regrets. So from then, my medical journey started, and plus my positivity journey also started.
Yeah.
So it was actually initial of the cancer stage. It was so I got my first surgery done in, that time we were posted in Bombay. So my first surgery was done in a naval hospital. Then we shifted to Tata Memorial. My second surgery was done in Tata, and luckily I didn't have to take the chemo, because it was quite early. It was in an early stage. So I have taken this, what do you call it?
Radiation.
Radiation. Yeah. I took radiation for 25 days. So it was tough. Radiation was also tough. And I was on injections till now. If I have just stopped it, and all my face, I was not getting ready to, I told you now, I'll be not on with the this thing video call, because this all what is happening on my face is all the reactions of medicines which I'm having. And my eye also keep on watering. But now I think these are very small things. they are nothing. That's why initially I was like, nahi, but then I thought, no, I am ready to face the world as I am. So it's like if you think that nothing is wrong, then only whatever treatment you are taking will help you. You have to be positive about everything. Means you have to trust your doctors. You have to, if you have any doubts or anything, just speak to your doctor and trust whatever he or she is telling you. If you don't trust your doctors, your medicines will not work. See, after my first surgery, I was having an outlet pipe under my arm, and there is a small box kind of a thing in which that some discharge used to get accumulated, and it was kept in a bag, small bag. And after I think 4 or 5 days of my surgery, I used to go out with that bag every day for a walk, and nobody came to know that there is something wrong. And I used to go to the market, I used to go buy vegetables for myself, fruits, vegetables, everything with that bag around my shoulder. And it used to be like a normal carry bag, that I am carrying something in my bag. Nobody came to know that there is a pipe which is coming out of my underarm, and the box is there to collect the discharge which is coming out of my body, because lymph nodes were not there. So I decided that day only I will live my life as I used to. See, if mentally you have to be strong. Physically, yes, I can tell you it is sometimes it can break you. But if you are mentally strong, nothing can break you. You can have pains, but pains and everything is just a temporary. Maybe it's for 1 day, 2 days, or 10 days. But you will definitely be okay. Maybe after 10 days, you will be okay. And you have to tell yourself. So these are the small things which you always have to keep in mind. See, after my surgery and my radiation, there was a Pinkathon in Bombay. I came to know through a friend. There is that. Before that, I didn't know anything about Pinkathon. So she told me, "Do you want to take part?" Then my mom was also there because she was taking care of me. And she told me, she told her, Are, why are you saying like this? She cannot run now. Then तभी तो I told her कि यार I cannot run. अभी I just gone through a surgery and radiation, so I don't think so I'll be able to run. But once she left, I was somehow thinking, I was thinking, and I was like, can I run? I was just thinking, I was just talking to myself, can I do it? And then some voice inside was like, I don't have any issues as of now. So I think I can run. Why not give it a chance? Then when my husband came, I told him, you see, there is an event like this, I wanted to run. He was like, okay, if you want to run, go ahead. Then I registered for 3 kilometers, and you won't believe, my mom, one of my friends, my husband, they ran along with me. And I completed my 3 kilometers within 1 month of my surgery.
That's wonderful.
So it was a big achievement. It was actually, I know 3 kilometers is nothing, but that time I was on the top of the world. It was like I was some my friends, they told me, nahi, it's not safe, don't do it. But I think for that to motivate myself, it was important that day to run, because my husband also just told me, see, you ran and you are now looking much more confident than what you were yesterday. So that was a big achievement. And after a few months, my mom asked me, tell me what one thing you want to do. So I thought for quite some time, and then I realized that I love riding. I love to ride bike, and I used to do it in my college days. And then sometimes in between after marriage, I used to ride my husband's bike, but it was like a short distances, like from here to the market. But when she asked me, I told her, "Okay, I think I am fascinated about bikes. I want to have bike of my own." So she was like, "Hey, Acha, we have never thought about it. You are passionate about bike. तूने कभी बताया भी नहीं." Even my husband was like, "Is it safe?" I don't know anything whether it's safe or not because I don't know anybody. But there was a friend, not friend, I know a lady who used to ride a bike and used to go on a long distance ridings.
Yeah.
I always used to admire her on Facebook. So thanks to her, after watching her riding pictures and videos, I got my passion in life.
Yeah.
That because before that, even I didn't know that I was so much fascinated about bikes.
But you realized about it.
So then, yes, and I realized it when I thought that yeah, in life, what is the one thing which I wanted to do actually for myself, because I am doing everything for the family. I'm a good wife, I'm a good mother, because I stopped working when my son was born. So I have dedicated my life to my son. It's been 13 years. He's now 13 years old. So I then in 2019, no, 2018, my surgery was done in 2017, and then 2018 December, I gifted myself a motorcycle.
Okay.
I asked my husband, I wanted to buy it, let's go. So he was like, okay, chalo, let's go. He thought maybe he is going to buy it for me. Then I took my checkbook and all, because see, we girls, those who are not working, they keep on like whenever their families, parents, they keep on giving money, they keep it safely in their accounts.
Yes. Yeah.
So then when I thought, "Nahi, I don't want it as a gift. I want to buy it on my own." So I went there. I took out a checkbook. My husband was surprised. "Oh, what is happening?" I was like, "No, no, I am going to pay it for myself. This is my Christmas gift to me." So finally, my bike came, but still, I didn't know actually what to do and how to do, because bike is there. I am just taking it around the town, but the purpose for which I took a bike was not solved. So luckily वो है ना कि हम सोचते हैं ना कि जब आप रास्ता ढूंढते हो तो भगवान रास्ता दिखा देता है. Like I was right now, my husband is posted in Vishakhapatnam. I'm in Vishakhapatnam. So I, after maybe taking a bike for 6, 7 months, I couldn't find anything. I was searching and searching, but I don't know where I was searching. It was search was like asking people or looking for the girls, those who ride. But one day suddenly on a Google, I was looking for a girls group, maybe a girl who women rider in Vizag types.
Yeah.
So suddenly I found somebody, and that lady, she is a rider and she has a group, and we have now 25 girls in Vishakhapatnam, those who ride, and we ride for a cancer awareness cause.
Okay.
Yeah. So in 2020, January last year, that was my first longest ride of my life. It was of almost 23 days, and two of us went. The lady whom I found on Google, her name is Vaishali Kulkarni More. She and we went for a ride for almost 23 days from Vizag to Goa, and it's not I it's not through and through. like this way. It's from Vizag to Kanyakumari and Kanyakumari to Goa. We took full coastal route.
Right.
So that bike ride changed my actually view towards life. We met so many cancer patients. We met a lot of young girls, college going girls. And actually, it was we gave this ride a name like Ride, Rise, and Rediscover.
Okay. That's wonderful. That's
It was
actually
like
very,
rediscovering ourselves.
yeah, and a very positive, experience to have in life.
Yes, yes. And I think that ride has changed me a lot. But I'm telling you now, you have to find happiness in small things. Riding may if I'm tired and I'm sitting under a tree, that will give me actually equal amount of pleasure if someone sitting in a five-star hotel in a AC room or anything, because that tree, I wanted to be there that time. That is making me happy. I cannot compare myself कि वो जो 5 star में है, I want that life कि फिर वो हो जाएगा ना कि हाय अभी तो वो तो एसी में बैठा है, मैं इधर गर्मी में धूप में बैठी हूँ. But no, I wanted this. So my happiness is here right now where I am and what I am doing. And I have always been, I told you, a sports person and a tomboy, and you can say a rebel too. So breaking that stereotypes that when guys can sit on the road, why can't I? If guys can do this, why can't I? So that journey of 23 days have changed my life. And for me, it was so difficult to interact with strangers. Like if you also think about yourself, you initially you were living with your parents, then you got a job, then you means you are surrounded by friends. It's not like you just go meet a stranger and live in their house. So I was very hesitant, but I realized that many people are, a world is full of beautiful people. I have stayed with strangers and now they are like family to me. Whenever I have something, some problem, or whenever I'm feeling lonely, I can call them up and speak to them. And I have stayed just for one day at their place, but still so much of love.
Yeah.
And I think we have to trust people, and we have to break that circle which we keep on making around ourselves, the limitations. We have to break those limitations कि इससे नहीं मिलना है, उससे नहीं मिलना है, ऐसे बात नहीं करनी, वैसे forget it.
Experiences like these actually teach us about all what you're saying. Like, you have to trust people, you have to, look at life in a more positive way, like you described. That
Yes.
at first you surrounded yourself with some negative thoughts, but then it all changed, and it changed in a very good way for
Yes.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And I think most of the women, those who are loaded with work, they somehow they stop seeing that positivity around them. It's
That's
like
true.
most of the time they are surrounded with so much of work, they are burdened, and they are always like tired. But you have to come out of that this thing of yours, na? You have to
Right.
find things which make you happy.
Yeah. So, what were the first few signs that you saw that because of which you got yourself checked and found out?
Actually, one day suddenly, while having a shower, I found out that there is a lump in my breast.
Okay.
And then I told my husband, so we decided to go to the hospital and we got it checked. So, but initially it came negative, nothing is there. Then somehow doctor got some this thing. He was not actually very convinced with the reports. So he told me to get a this thing, fine needle, this, what do you call it? Sometimes I keep on forgetting the names.
That's okay.
Biopsy done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He asked us to get a biopsy done. So in that biopsy, also it came negative. But what we decided is to get the lump removed. We thought whether it's there or not, just get this lump removed. So I got the lump removed. That lump went again to the lab to get checked, and also in that it came positive. Yes, you have cancer.
Okay.
So after that, treatment started.
So you
And
went
thanks
for.
why I'm always thankful to Tata Memorial, because Tata Memorial, they have taken a very good care of me. So I'm very, very satisfied with their treatment. And with the way they actually treat patients. They are overloaded. I know, because we have to wait there for 6 hours. But still, they are very friendly with patients.
Right. So you also opted for any therapies after your surgery? Like you said that you had radiation after you had your surgery. So did
Yes.
you had change your diet? Did you go for any herbal or Ayurvedic therapies? Anything like that?
No, no, I didn't go for. I, yes, definitely changed my diet. I started taking more healthier diet. As it is, I used to take healthy diet, but for at least 2 years, I almost quit junk food. So that helped me a lot. Plus, I started doing yoga. There were many restrictions because of my hand, because right now also my hand cannot take more than 2.5 kgs of weight according to the doctor. But see, my I am handling my bike, which is 200
Yeah.
kgs.
Yeah.
So uh, but yoga also helped me a lot. I started with yoga and meditation. Because what I feel is you should do what you feel like doing, what makes you happy. If you enjoy dancing, just join dance class, or don't even go out and join at home every day. Just switch on the music and make yourself happy give yourself 15 to 20 minutes. So that's
That's
enough.
actually a good practice to keep yourself happy and to do what you actually like doing.
See, if the lady of the house is happy, house will be happy.
Yeah.
And I can see that change. I can feel the difference.
So when you went for the treatment, and you must be knowing that the medicines are very hard and the treatment is also, it is difficult to manage all that. So were there any side effects of your treatment that you took?
There are, as I showed you my face, it is think 70 times much better now what it was when I started my medicines. It was like because everybody has their own side effects. Means, I never had a single boil on my skin, but my skin started peeling off, and that only on the face, nowhere on my body this kind of thing is happening, but only on my face, and my skin is peeling off. But now, but it takes time, but it will hopefully be better soon. My eyesight has gone down. My eye keeps on watering, and I think now I have started putting on some weight also, but it's okay. I am working on it. So I know I'll be a winner in the end.
That's the thought that you should always keep. Like you'll be able to get over these symptoms and side effects soon enough.
Yes, yes. These are very small things. Because the worst part is over. So you have to think, oh, see, once the treatment has started, it means you have started your journey towards a better life.
Getting the diagnosis and then treating yourself is the first part that you have already crossed. And now is just the recovery and how well you're able to
Yes,
do it. Yeah.
absolutely. I just wanted to request the families that family support is very important because cancer actually breaks you mentally.
Yeah.
So if family is you are surrounded by the family and you have been loved and cared, then nothing matters.
So when you got to know about it, since you were talking about your family, how did they take this news? How did you react to it, and your husband and your children? How were they? Uh, how did they react?
My husband, I think he being a Fauji, he takes things very lightly. No, I was like कि इतनी बड़ी चीज हो गई है and you are taking it so lightly. तो नहीं यार लाइफ में तो छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं, ये कोई बड़ी चीज नहीं है. And you will not even come to know कि ये कब आया और कब गया. And might like I have to take medicine for 10 years. What he told me कि you have seen diabetic patients, they have to take insulin and medicines throughout their life. You just have to take it for 10 years. He told me,
That's
just
a
think
very
about it.
positive.
It's yes, yes. It's nothing. 10 years is nothing.
Mm.
And my mom also, like when she took care of me. Matlab, that time so she was like she whatever is possible she had given it to me to eat, which can make me healthy.
Yeah.
All the gharelu nuskhas and all, no? Everything. I was having tulsi, I was having badam. Every day, early in the morning, she used to get up at 5 o'clock and keep making all those things. And thanks to her, that I am hale and hearty.
That's very sweet. And
Yeah,
definitely a healthy diet is very important to
very
you know,
important.
recover
Healthy diet,
from. Yeah,
physically and mentally fit.
true. So at the last, if you have any parting message for all the survivors out there, what would you tell them?
You have survived. That's the you means that's the biggest thing in the life. You have survived. Cancer itself means you can survive, and you are sitting and watching it. So you have survived it. So now you live it. Enjoy your life. Do things what you love to do. So that before dying, there won't be this thing ki regrets. ये रह गया यार life में करना. It's like when you are going from this world, like सब कुछ करके जा रहे हैं.
I think that's very sweet.
And to women also, it's like कि यार घर के काम तो होते ही रहेंगे. थोड़ी देर में भी हो जाएंगे, कोई बात नहीं. कुछ और जो पसंद आता है थोड़ी देर मूड अच्छा करने के लिए वो कर लो. खाना
That's
आधे
what
घंटे
keeps
बाद भी
you
बन
happy.
जाएगा.
Yeah.
यस. See, अगर थोड़ा घर गंदा भी है और आप हाफ एन आवर बाद भी क्लीन करोगे तो इट डजंट मेक एनी डिफरेंस. और इफ योर मूड इज हैप्पी ना, वो घर और अच्छे से क्लीन होगा.
That's a very nice message, and I think you have really, come out of it in a very confident and positive way. I appreciate for your positivity. So thank you so much for joining with us today. You have giving out your time. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
We're glad to have you here.
Bye.
Bye.